Right, so it's a question of this rise. So if we open comic books in the 1950s, 1960s, we see, Mr. America, and that's obviously a sex term because there was no like Ms. America as far as like heroes went. So with, Superman, it's the upholding of the good. Over time, we start to see this shift. In the same way that I think there's these big cultural concerns that it starts to reflect. So the anti-hero, I think, is reflective of this neoliberalism, like, politic. The idea that we pull ourselves up by the bootstraps and that, like, big government bad and we need to be able to do it. So if we look at, traditional heroes as they went, they would be agents of the state, right? So we go from, like, this likable protagonist with, like, likable issues who goes through life and everyone enjoys them to this show about awful people doing awful things. And so we might see some linkage where it's palatable through like senses like that. So we see shifts in the likability of people, we see shifts in, the socio-political realm, and thus we can see the rise in the anti-hero. Plus, I think you get more nuanced when it comes to, like, instead of the straight ahead thing. So you'll see niche audiences. So if we talk about HBO and The Sopranos, we talk about AMC's Breaking Bad, we're looking at a different socioeconomic status that goes on because we see the rise in what's called quality television. Quality television means that it doesn't particularly follow these generic constraints. It's going to appeal to a different audience who's involved in quality television. And HBO, constructed its brand very much around this anti-hero in the sense that it's not TV, it's HBO. In the same way that AMC has constructed it along those lines, right? There's all these anti-heroes that go on.